Hi, are you Sam, the graphic designer?
Yes, and you must be Beth, the social chair? It's nice to meet you.
You too. Thanks for coming over. So, our sorority needs invitations for our crush party, and they need to be in a blue and white format with blue envelopes.
Yeah, that's no problem. I can show you a couple designs and you can pick out the one that you like the most.
I really like the design that you've given me here on my clipboard.
That sounds great.
Well, that was easy. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I'm glad that didn't take too long. I really need to start on my research paper.
Oh, really? What's your paper on?
It's for a pre-med class, and it's about how to interact with people who are disabled.
That's really interesting. I'd be really happy to help you out if you'd like. Would you like to go out to dinner and spend some time talking about your paper?
Yeah, I'd like that a lot. Where would you like to go?
Well, what's your favorite restaurant?
Why don't we meet tomorrow night at the pub on the corner?
Sounds good. See you then.
Wow, you did have an interesting day.
I know, it was crazy. But tell me about yours.
Well, I kind of got into a fight with one of my sorority sisters. She borrowed my favorite sweater without asking and then spilled some barbecue sauce on it. It's totally ruined. Anyway, let me ask you some questions for my paper.
Yeah, sure, let's get started.
Okay, so my first question is, what is the difference between a disability and a handicap?
Well, a disability is a condition caused by an accident, trauma, genetics, or disease, and you can have more than one disability. A handicap is a physical or attitudinal constraint that is imposed upon a person, regardless of whether that person has disabilities.
Okay, so what you're saying is that for people who use wheelchairs, stairs, curbs, and narrow doorways are handicaps.
Yes, exactly.
What are some appropriate terms to use when talking with a person who has a disability?
Well, saying person with a disability is the correct term. The ones not to use are cripple, handicapped, or afflicted with, or suffering from. Some other appropriate terms are able-bodied instead of healthy or normal.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people misuse the terminology.
Yeah, they do. Well, this has been really great. Would you like to go on a second date?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what would you like to do?
How about a picnic?
That sounds great, but let's call the park district to make sure it's wheelchair accessible.
Oh, good idea. I can do that in the morning.
So tell me more about your date.
Oh, it was great. We went to the bar, had a few drinks, and just got to know each other.
Is he hot?
Oh, yeah. He's really cute. I think we're going on a picnic tomorrow, actually. I just have to call the park first.
What do you have to do that for?
Well, Sam's in a wheelchair, so I have to make sure it's wheelchair accessible.
Oh, really? I had no idea that a handicapped person would date a normal person.
Jane, I can't believe you'd say that. The correct term is able-bodied, not normal, and he's not handicapped. He has a disability.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't trying to be offensive.
It's okay. I understand that you're not familiar with the disabled. This is a little bit new to me also.
So, does he live at home with his parents?
No, he lives on his own. He owns his own business, and he does quite well for himself.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Yeah, he's a really great guy. I'm super excited for our date tomorrow.
That's great, Beth. I'm really happy for you.
I'm really happy that we're spending the day together. I really like you a lot, Beth.
I know, me too. I really like you a lot as well.
So, how are you doing on your paper?
Oh, it's going fine. I could use a little more help if you don't mind, though.
Sure. What would you like to know?
I need to write a little more about how to interact with people who have other types of disabilities. What could I write about speech impairments?
Well, it's really important that people don't pretend to understand someone with a speech impairment when they actually don't. Also, it's really important to exercise patience.
Thanks, that's really helpful. So what could I say about hearing impairments?
Look directly at the person. Talk slower and a little louder, but definitely don't yell. These techniques will especially help someone who is able to lip read.
Okay, great. So for mobility impairments, can I write that it's important to be at eye level with a person in a wheelchair and to use a chair yourself whenever possible?
Yeah, and you could also add something about being aware of what is and isn't accessible to people in wheelchairs.
Should I also add that you should never grab a person's arm or other parts of their body when standing because you might throw off their balance?
Oh, good point. Yeah, that's perfect. Have you thought about writing about visual impairments as well?
Yeah, I wanted to say that you need to identify yourself and introduce new people when talking to someone who is visually impaired.
Sure, and maybe also that you should lightly touch their arm when speaking to them in a group setting, and also to never move their belongings without asking them.
Okay, awesome. Thanks. That's really all I need for now. So I was thinking about Christmas, and I wondered if you wanted to come home with me and maybe meet my family. I know they'd love to meet you.
Wow, yeah, I'd love to meet your family. Maybe we should talk a little bit about how we want to plan our trip.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think it'll be easiest if we fly home. How do you feel about that?
I think that's a good idea. We need to contact the airline in advance, though, and let them know that I am disabled. It's really important that we plan ahead whenever we travel or go anywhere.
Okay, let's do that this afternoon. So, Sam, I'm just curious. What actually causes cerebral palsy?
Well, cerebral palsy is caused by injuries or abnormalities in the motor cortex of the brain, which controls motor skills. The damage normally happens at birth.
Are there any medications that can help with that?
Yeah, there are several different medications that people can take. The most common ones are diazepam and baclofen. These medications help relax muscles and reduce muscle spasms.
Okay, guys, Mom says supper's ready.
So how was your trip home with Sam?
It was a lot of fun. My parents really liked him. And it was nice because we were able to spend a lot of alone time together.
Oh yeah? What did you guys do with all that alone time?
Well, we, did stuff.
Oh, so you mean you got intimate?
Yeah, we sure did.
Ooh, how was it? What was it like?
Well, first of all, we had a warm, comfortable room because Sam's muscles are more relaxed at warmer temperatures.
Ooh, steamy.
Yeah, it was. Oh, perfect timing. Sam, I'd like you to meet my best friend, Jane.
Hi, I've heard a lot about you. It's nice to finally meet you.
How did Sam get here so fast? Can he drive?
Jane, you should ask Sam those questions directly. It's important to always speak directly to a disabled person.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. I didn't mean to be rude.
That's alright, no problem. Beth, are you ready to go out to dinner?
Yeah, let's get going. Bye, Jane. See you tonight.
Bye-bye, guys. Have fun.
So I've been thinking about the future, and I was wondering if you'd want to get an apartment together sometime soon.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I was thinking about moving out of the sorority house at the end of this term anyways.
Okay, perfect.
Then I can become your full-time personal assistant as well.
Actually, that's not really a good idea. One of the biggest mistakes couples make is the able-bodied partner wants to become a full-time caregiver, and that adds a lot of stress on the relationship. Let's just be smart and hire some part-time help to help around the apartment.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's a good idea. We should probably find a fully wheelchair accessible apartment too, just to make everything easier.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good plan.
Okay, great. We can start looking this weekend. So, I was moving some of the storage out of the spare bedroom today.
Yeah, you were in there for a while.
I was thinking that room would make a really nice nursery.
You know, I've actually been thinking about that too.
So, do you think it's time to have a child?
Yeah, I would like that a lot.